All right, people, if you really, really want to crush 25, listen up. I got a couple things for you. Number one, we have to stop making excuses for everything. And the number one excuse I hear is I don't have time. And guess what? I'm calling BS. You have the time. And if you don't think you have the time, you can either make the time or you can reallocate time. And if it's a priority, you're going to do that. You're going to do exactly that because guess what? If it's not on your calendar, it's not a priority. And if it's not written down, it's probably not getting done. So you have to think about creating your greatest priorities for 2025, or maybe it's just priorities this week. What are your big three? And get that done. Put it on your calendar, create reminders, because then it will get done. When it comes to reallocating time, I see that so often with our spare time. For example, in 2024, I read 30 books. I never thought that was possible. I never thought I would or could do it. But guess what? Instead of scrolling aimlessly on social media, which wasn't doing me any good, didn't add any value to my life, and I would argue for a lot of people, it just gives them anxiety and keeps them up at night, I decided to replace aimless scrolling with intentional reading. And honestly, 15 minutes a day got me to 30 books. Now, there were weeks where I went without reading at all. And then there were weekends where I'd spend 2 hours here and 2 hours there and 45 minutes here. And that adds up. On vacation, I'd read 2 or 3 books. Next thing you know, I'm at 30. I couldn't believe it. And I didn't invest a lot of time, but I reallocated because I realized how much it was changing the game for me. So when you think about this, like making a video, people say, oh, I don't have time. I can't do that. I'm doing this. I'm picking up my kids. I make videos while I'm waiting in the pickup line at school to get my kids. And I'm not going to let the excuses like no camera, it's dark, no ring light, no microphone. I'm not. I'm just creating content because I know the best performing content is the stuff that is organic and authentic. And so if you zoom out and you say, how do I make 2025 the best year ever? I think number one, you have to come up with your 3 big goals for the year. And then you have to have priorities each and every week that stack and align with those goals so that you can win the weeks to win the month. You win the months to win the quarter. And if you win the 4 quarters, you are going to crush 2024. But again, part of it is time. Stop saying I don't have time, because we all have the same amount of time. We have to value it properly. We have to protect our time because people will take it if they don't, or will say yes to too many things when we should be saying no. So I implore you to set some priorities and really get a hold of 2025 before it's too late. Go get them out there.